I often get asked, how can somebody own a phrase and exclude others from using it? Recently, there's a dispute between two breweries over the Midwestern phrase "ope." The Ope Brewing Company filed a lawsuit against another brewing company that put the word "ope" on a can. This lawsuit was based on state law, but should anybody be able to use the very common phrase "ope"? Trademarks are used to identify the source of goods and services. If a phrase is registered for the sale of rubber ducks, for example, that doesn't necessarily mean that owner can stop somebody from selling burgers with that phrase. Commonplace phrases, though, should not be registered. The legal reason is that the commonplace phrase fails to function as a mark to indicate the source of goods and services and distinguish them from others. This is true especially when the commonplace term, message, or expression is widely used by a variety of sources, which merely conveys an ordinary, familiar, or generally understood concept or sentiment. The more commonly a phrase is used, the less likely consumers will view that phrase as identifying the source of specific goods or services. Here are some examples of commonplace phrases that were refused registration. Team Jesus did not identify a single source of clothing because several other parties offered goods online with that phrase. A chance to live longer is a commonplace phrase in the medical context, including cancer-related information. So the TTAB affirmed the refusal to register the mark. Drive safely for automobile and automobile parts is a commonplace phrase that cannot be registered. Holy Cow is actually a registered trademark owned by Harry Carey Limited for bar and restaurant services. Holy Cow Restaurant Inc. in New York City filed a petition to cancel the trademark, arguing abandonment. I also think that this being a commonplace phrase could be another reason. If you really like a phrase, in some cases, if your mark is stylized, you may be able to disclaim the wording and have a registration for only that specific stylized logo. What other commonplace phrases can you think of that either act as trademarks or should not be registered? Distinct trademarks are fun. Oh!